There is a place in Roatan, Honduras, where two coral reef walls intersect and create a beautiful underwater paradise. This coral Eden is blessed with a dense population of marine fish and invertebrates. As coral reef health declines around the world with bleaching and mortality events becoming more common, some may consider this island to house some of the Caribbean's last remaining coral gardens. At this confluence, between Newman's Wall and Cocoview Wall, lies a destination where one can witness one of the more diverse ecosystems that can be found in the Western Hemisphere. On board these colorful dive boats that are staffed by skilled and experienced locals, you will find that they specialize in showing you exactly what you traveled all of this way to see. We will be on board the Coco 1, where Dive Master Gringo will be taking us to the wreck of Mr. Buds. Here at this site, divers will gaze at the spectacle of a small shipwreck, as it has been given back to nature and claimed by the sea. While most will be mesmerized by the beauty of this artificial reef, Gringo's expertise is unveiling the hidden treasures that inhabit the coral rubble all around this wreck. The tiny creatures that most will never have the privilege to meet, like the rarely seen on the island, dwarf frogfish, the painted Elysia, or the more common yet just as stunning, lettuce sea slug. After your first dive of the day is complete, what would be the sense in having the boat take you back to the dock, when instead, you can be dropped onto the reef wall and make your way back completely underwater yourself? As you drop over the edge of the wall, you will discover a labyrinth of swim-throughs and overhangs that you can explore as you make your way back to the resort. One will be happy to find that these overhangs on the wall are laden with healthy corals and colorful sponges. There will be no shortage of creatures and critters that make their dwelling here in this unique environment. At some point along your journey, you will take note that this once magnificent wall is beginning to slope out and become less dramatic as you are entering into what seems to be the bottom of a channel. Here off in the distance, you will see a faint shadow before revealing itself as the resort's in-house shipwreck, a maritime chunk of steel known as the Prince Albert. On the Prince Albert, you can explore the wildlife that has made itself home on this artificial reef, and even safely enter the inside of the ship through the various cutaways and swim-throughs that have been put in place. After exploring the Prince Albert, you will then make your way through the final stage of this dive as you enter the area known as the front yard. Here, you will become acquainted with its many regular inhabitants, like this mantis shrimp as he guards the entrance, or this Caribbean reef squid who patrols the shallows, as well as these grunts and snappers as they huddle together under this ledge that overlooks this vast plain of seagrass. After your dives are complete for the day, you will find that there are plenty of ways to unwind and relax. Maybe you have the urge to try out your luck with racing hermit crabs against other guests for a chance to win some cash. Or some may want to attend a fire show that is put on by the locals. However, the more adventurous will want to head back out to the reef wall to embark on a beautiful nighttime dive. I hope those who plan on traveling here have found this video useful. However, there is one more thing that I wish to point out. This short film was shot on 2 trips that spanned exactly a year apart from each other. On my first visit here, the coral reef was vibrant, healthy, and had an abundance of coral life. Unfortunately, a few months after this first trip, there was a devastating bleaching event, which led to a large amount of mortalities in sensitive coral species. And just to be clear, this was not just local to this area. This devastation was occurring globally. On this return trip, I did find that the areas which were hit the hardest were primarily in the shallows. Fortunately, even in the shallows, there were still patches of living coral that will hopefully begin to fill the reef back in and bring it back to what it once was. These corals may have survived due to their position on the reef, their taxonomy, or even colony size. But there is also a chance that these corals survived because they have the genetics necessary to tolerate higher temperatures, helping to create a new generation that may have a chance to adapt to their changing environment. Because these reefs host an array of life that are dependent on them for their survival. I simply want to bring awareness to the reality that we are in danger of losing one of our most precious ecosystems as the world takes little notice. Taking all of this into consideration, I don't want to discourage anyone from visiting this amazing destination. Although there has been considerable damage to the reef over the past year, most visitors will be diving off of the reef wall, and this area seemed to remain relatively unharmed. And most visitors will still have a chance to experience all of the unique animal encounters that make this place so special. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short film, and I hope that you are planning on making a visit. My hope is that these precious ecosystems may have a chance to survive into the distant future.